Hello YouTube, my name is Adam, this is my mom, we are super hyped, but before we get into any of it, we just gotta thank New Rockstars for the awesome shirts.
Look at this swag.
So cool.
Love it.
And the
Boss,
Minute stickers are
MT.
also great.
Awesome New Rockstars people. It's newrockstarsmerch.com. They have like a whole
Loki
collection
of shirts and stuff.
Shirts, stickers, ties, socks.
Whole
awesome
lot of stuff.
Go there. Get cool stuff.
Cases.
We love them a little.
Really cool. Yeah. Alright, so
moving
spoiler
on.
warning, episode 4, crazy big reveal. Watch through the credits. Watch through
All
the
the way
credits.
through the credits.
Alright. What the heck? That probably echoes through the entire neighborhood.
Mind-boggling. So the biggest what the heck
Timekeepers are
robots. They're robots, people.
So maybe the Wizard of Oz metaphor that everyone was using was not that far off.
Pay no attention to the timekeepers behind the curtain because
But there was no one behind the curtain.
They're robots. What? Which we discovered through the most dramatic scene of Sylvie, like javelin style, decapitating the robot,
Yes,
and the head rolled the whole
decapitating
way
one of the
down,
robots.
sparking the creepiest part. Well, I mean, okay, the whole thing was creepy, but the other two on the sides laughing until their
they
power
shut down,
like
creepy.
shut down. It
Until they
was
shut down like creepy robots.
so creepy.
Just creepy robots.
Very like animatronic,
Yes.
old school, like bad Chuck E. Cheese robot kind of vibe, which was so appropriate
And
with the rest of kind of like the TVA and
vibe of the TVA.
all those production values and things. It was so creepy looking and so well done.
And ever since I played Five Nights at Freddy's, animatronics like that kind of freaked me out.
So the fact that the timekeepers are androids obviously
means
begs the question,
who is actually in control of the TVA?
right? Like who's pulling the strings? Who's running the show? Who's making those robots sit there in that weird smoky neon
green
room? And why
infinite staircases of death room of
someone pointed out it had to be New Rockstars, right?
Rockstars.
That room was styled after an Escher print,
acronyms, yeah,
which
sure.
is extremely cool.
Yes.
And why too did Renslayer go through all of that, you know,
go through all the gracious timekeepers,
as promised, gracious timekeepers, like
if they were robots,
right, like,
and everything is pointing towards the fact that she knew they were robots,
which leads me to believe that she knows who's watching,
which might be Kang the Conqueror. Because Kang the Conqueror is like the main time villain of Marvel. He's gonna be an Ant-Man, so it is more confirmed than Mephisto.
Also connected to Renslayer. They're a couple in the comics. Definitely seems like
there's something going on there.
The door is open for Kang to be like pulling the strings on this one. Yeah.
Because the person that a lot of people thought was going to be He Who Remains is now someone different, which we'll get to later.
Right. There definitely is kind of a space for that we need like a
guy in charge.
A bad guy who is kind of running the show
a guy in charge
to come in. And it definitely would make sense for it to be Kang based on... There are a lot of TVA judges that they could have picked and could have put in charge. But they specifically went with her, so I feel like,
I'm pretty sure she isn't even in the TVA in the comics.
Not originally, I don't think, right?
No.
She's a princess, and
princess of like 2472.
She tells him, peace out, I don't want to date you, so he goes and trashes her homeworld, which is like, poor form, really.
Bad idea.
Don't do that.
Bad idea.
Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, certainly other options are possible. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
But we're riding.
We're going with Kang the Conqueror.
No, it was the Mephisto train, but it's Kang Gang.
Kang Gang.
Kang Gang. Right. It sounds cooler when MT says it.
It sounds cooler when MT says it.
It's not anything that anybody says sounds cooler when it's MT. But
but
we are part of the Kang gang right now.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So during that, after the epic beheading of the Timekeepers, very sadly, Loki gets deleted.
Pruned, as it were. Pruned, yes. Ravonna gets knocked out by Sylvie. But, like, she's knocked out. She's not totally down and out. So as Loki and Sylvie are kind of having their post-beheading moment, Ravonna reaches up and prunes Loki.
Stabs him in the back and prunes Loki. Which then, Loki ends up, as shown in the post-credit scene, in
double spoilers for the post-credit scene.
Double spoilers, yes. In a post-apocalyptic New York.
Yes.
With 4 other Lokis, like, over him looking down on him.
Super reminiscent of that end of the Avengers when the whole team is staring down at him. And even those strains of the Alan Silvestri Avengers theme kind of jamming out in the background, which was really cool.
One of the Lokis is Loki Gator, an alligator with a little Loki crown.
He might have been my favorite. Loki Gator for life.
Holding Loki Gator is Kid Loki, which is a different reincarnation of Loki, I'm pretty sure.
And so also, like, Young Avengers.
Also Young Avengers.
On the way, for sure. We got a lot of Young Avengers in the canon now.
Young Avengers. And Kang is confirmed, so that's Iron Lad right there.
Yeah. So yeah, Loki Gator, Kid Loki. Boastful Loki, which was not someone I was familiar with.
Not someone I knew either. And then
had a recreated Mjolnir, which someone said was a truck piston.
And
so, like,
a piece of railroad track.
I mean,
like a gold railroad track.
Industrious.
So
like,
that's kind of fancy.
Good job crafting. Yes.
And the final Loki, which is also who people might have thought to be who remains, why is that hard to say, is Richard E. Grant, classic Loki, with a super duper comic accurate costume of Loki, down to this color green undersuit with the yellow flowery thing.
The yellow underoos really did it.
Yes, yellow underoos.
He's apparently like quite a well-known and serious actor, like rocking the underoos, which I love when people kind of like break out of their
very funny
expected mold. Right, so Lokis are in some sort of
dimension,
broken down rift. New York dimension, time rift.
Somebody pointed out that it's not post the first Avengers, because Avengers Tower that is shown has an extra docking bay above the landing pad for Tony, which is all that was there in the first movie, and that's where the Quinjet lands in Age of Ultron. So it has to be at least around the time of Age of Ultron.
And someone suggested even potentially post the prime Loki dying, like post 2018.
Post Loki dying.
And so they're possibly pruning all these variants into a dimension where there are no more Lokis. So they're kind of just throwing them in there.
But why throw them somewhere rather than having the pruning just be death?
Right, although I was happy to see that potentially the pruning is not death because maybe if Loki's okay...
Mobius is maybe okay, which was so sad to see him go.
Breaking. I want to go where I lived before when I had a jet ski. Owen Wilson. So good. Broke my heart.
So good.
But if Loki ended up, if the pruning was that he was reset somewhere else, potentially
somewhere else, maybe Mobius.
We're gonna see Mobius again.
People equated it to the Matrix, getting unplugged from the Matrix.
Yes.
Where like you go to where you're actually from.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I vaguely think who said Real Rejects.
Somebody pointed out
who we also love a lot. That we've seen
Mobius in it.
Future trailer footage, so
from nothing that we've seen.
Hopefully he's okay, because that was unexpected and poignant and kind of ripped my heart out. Also, kind of a really poignant moment was when Loki and Sylvie and Renslayer were on their way up to initially meet the Timekeepers, and Sylvie said, "What's my Nexus event?" And I don't remember. And it sort of called back to like Thanos not knowing
I don't even know who you are.
Scarlet Witch and
Ronan says something to Drax about not remembering
he doesn't remember killing Drax's family. Just a really snarky,
shifty,
like, you don't even matter to
response.
me, even though I've ruined your life. But so, like, what is
her Nexus?
Sylvie's Nexus event? I think
it's just the fact she's a girl.
She's the goddess of mischief, not the god of mischief. Yeah. I mean, I think what she said on Lamentus is true. Like, the universe manifests chaos, and that was the chaos.
Her chaos.
Right. And she and Loki, like, sort of connecting, whether it ends up being a romantic thing or not, there were definitely those feelings during this episode. Mm-hmm. That's like chaos squared. Chaos. Right? Like, you've got two Nexus beings.
Two Nexus
connecting.
Loki is a Nexus being. That's probably why all the Lokis were drawn to one spot in time.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting to see sort of how that's... if we're going to get any more information about that at all, like what her event was, but I kind of think that she was a variant just by virtue of her existing. When all of the other versions are male. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But definitely I was excited that she didn't just off Renslayer, because Renslayer is going to be like the source of the information.
One who knows.
Yeah, that she's going to need to get back to Loki, mm-hmm. I think, and get the whole thing finally figured out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm super excited to see what they're going to do with the next episode with all of the Lokis together. I think this is where we'll see that, like, the President Loki footage that we've seen with the Polybius arcade game and like all of that stuff. Yes.
Calling it out, Loki Avengers.
Yes. I think we're definitely gonna see some of that start to show up mm-hmm. in the next episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, though, just we commented so many times about kind of like all of those really lovely acting moments. B-15, when she pulled Sylvie back to the rocks cart and said, you know, show me my life, and the moment in the rain where like her tears are mixing with the rain and she's crying and saying I looked happy, and
that was just
so powerful. And it was just her really being that person in that moment, and really
they could have cut to
feeling
flashbacks of her life or something, but they just let it sit with
but
her.
They let it be just that powerful moment of someone realizing what they lost and who they were. Just so well done. Very good. Loki's reaction to when Mobius was pruned was just so purely painful. You know, this has been such an arc for him, like, whether it's, you know, chaos or not, he's kind of actually like felt a connection and fallen in love, like, with some legitimate sort of like heartstring ties, and he's making like an actual friend connection with Mobius too. And now all of a sudden, like, all of that is gone, in addition to just the chaos of everything that he's experienced. But that was just such a... Tom Hiddleston is a stunning actor, but that was just such
a really good,
really like moment. Pure pain kind of moment. And I love how they've interwoven the big crazy explosions and bend your mind sci-fi with all of just this really well done writing and acting and the production values and the music and just the color schemes and the use of lighting, and it's just so well done.
It's very well done.
Yeah. Definitely very excited to see what happens next week.
For episode 5 and then 6, and that's the entire series.
But there's going to be a season 2.
There's going to be a season 2.
And there's more movies coming.
More movies. Yes.
Black Widow this week.
That's this week. July 9th.
July 9th. That's this coming week. Say what? The Eternals are coming, and Shang-Chi is coming, and new maybe leaked, I don't know, pictures of what Spider-Man's new suit is going to look like?
Official Lego set pictures.
Okay,
of
so
Spider-Man's new suit.
so much exciting stuff coming. And we're getting a season 2 of Loki. So
Season 2 of Loki.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the next show is What If. The
Also,
animated, like, if one thing had been tweaked, how would that story
also
play
going to
out?
be fantastic. Yeah, definitely so much good Marvel stuff coming up.
One of the what ifs that I'm looking forward to is Black Panther Star-Lord.
And Chadwick voiced it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did the voice.
That's going to be amazing to hear him again. For sure. Yeah. Very cool. So much good stuff to look forward to.
A lot of good stuff to look forward to in the future of the MCU.
Woohoo! In the meantime, have a fabulous holiday weekend, guys. Enjoy your July 4th.
Yes, happy 4th of July.
If you've got an extra day off here or there to have fun, be safe, have a good time. And
thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.
we'll be back next week.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.